Right. Rain. Right. What? Window. I don't know. I'll just cancel that. Yeah. Hi guys, I am Jane Drops, and this is Drops of Jupiter Tarot. I thought I'd do a tech test, but still kind of do what I normally do. Excuse the background; it isn't going to look like this all the time. Again, this is just like a test thing, so see how we go. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I'll try my best to give out some really good advice today and help you guys if you're feeling maybe a little bit stuck. Right, I've got limited space at the minute, so my laptop is on my table where I put my cards, so please just bear with me. Right, we'll go for a quick energy check first. Oh, hi, welcome in, good to see you. Hope you're having a good morning. Oh, right, we've got one that's already showing itself. Let's see what that is. Might be a bit of advice. Oh, social offers. It's the Knight of Cups coming slowly towards you with his cup of emotions. Or it might be. Or it could be you on your horse taking your cup of emotions and trotting off into the future. Maybe. Just making sure everything else is oh, and another one. Oh, 5 of Cups. Good. Oh wait. Regret, bit of loss, bit of grief. Yeah. And the Knight of Cups. Maybe you're disappointed about not receiving an offer. Or somebody not reaching out with their cup. Maybe somebody else regrets not reaching out to you with their cup. What does a lovely collective need to know about love? Well, they just flew out, you know. Oh, 3 of Cups on the bottom, so sharing the love. Oh, maybe it's a choice about sharing the love. Maybe you're at a standstill, feeling a bit stuck. Maybe you've got too many choices in love. Lucky you. So yeah, so we've got 2 of Swords and we've got 7 of Cups. So you've got you're basically in your head over a choice. Wait, I've got to figure out. It's over that way, look. Yeah. So in your head, no, in your head. Take a test, remember. Please bear with me. I hope you find this as funny as I do. In your head about a choice, right? But this in your head, this this in your head is easy to get out of. You're basically putting yourself in there, so it's not a bad thing. It's not weighing you down or anything like that. You're literally trying to figure out which choice to make, what decision to make, or how to go forward, or breaking out of an illusion. Maybe you've been kind of dealing with a lot lately and you've been in that kind of inability to cope mode, you know, when you're kind of like, I can't do this anymore. I really want it over. I just need this to happen. It could be like that. You could be, it could just be thought. It could be thoughts. It could, you got loads of thoughts going around your head about because you've got 3 of cups on the bottom, so that's joyful occasion, delight. Maybe you're worried about how you go forward in order to, to not ruin the happy joy moment. On the bottom, you've got 3 of cups. Oh, but then 10 of Wands as well. 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups. So maybe you being joyful, has created a burden for somebody else, which has put them in their head. Now they've got to choose what they want. Again, leading by example, people. Do you know what I mean? Be the energy you want in the world. So, like, for example, you break up with somebody, and that person's constantly checking in on you on your websites and things like that. Let them see that you're still okay, that you're still happy, that you're still balanced, that you're not falling apart because they're not around. Do you know what I mean? That's how you'll get other people to see what you're doing. Like, if you want to start a business, but share how you did it. Generosity, do you know what I mean? It's not just about getting yourself there, it's about getting others there. Example on how it could manifest in your life. I was doing TikTok videos, only just started doing lives, and I'm just going to say a youngster, right? Because I'm still debating which one it is. A youngster came on and asked me, would it be okay if they played some of their music on my live as like a joint? But unfortunately, their music was quite fast-paced, clubby, kind of house music, right? Which I kind of didn't think fit in with a live about tarot, spirituality, and being calm and balanced, right? So I said to him, look, do me a favor, right? I said, if you mix your own music, which is what they were saying that they did, if you mix your own music, the Drops of Jupiter Tarot song by Train, which is kind of where I got my inspiration from. Love the song. On their name, I got my inspiration from, but it's also about a spiritual journey, so it fit because that's exactly what I was going through at the time. And I asked him if he'd be able to make an introduction song for my TikTok, and that I'd put the credits for him on there, and that I'd play it before every live, and I would tell people, direct them to his channel and things like that. So it's not just me. I wasn't just building he or she. It was helping build them too, by letting them use their skills at an early stage when they weren't really out there much, just like I wasn't, and putting them onto mine. So then as I grew an audience, they would too. Do you know what I mean? It's not about, oh, well, I've got to grow mine and you can't grow yours. It's about helping people. You're supposed to share. You're supposed to want to help people get off the ground, seeing somebody and going, oh, well, I'm better than you. It's not going to win you any races. It's not going to get you any good karma. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to keep you stuck, because you're clearly not in the energy of receiving then, because you're competing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's basically what it is. Share the wealth with people before you've got it, because then you're not going to be greedy when the universe decides to send it out there to you, because you're already aware that sharing is caring. Like, really, we're all connected. Until people learn that we're all connected and that the universe uses each and every one of us to teach each and every one of us a lesson in karma, in the universe, in spirituality, in how to be a decent person, really. Unfortunately, societal issues, culture, how you were brought up in the past, things that would, like just, what's the word? Traditions. Do you know what I mean? That your parents did, so you do. Like, for example, when I was a kid, Sunday was a day of rest and it was a Sunday dinner day. Guess what Sunday is for me? It's a day of rest and it's Sunday dinner day. Do you know what I mean? Roast day. So everyone just chills. Kids get ready for school. Just all that kind of stuff. Family fun day. Saturday is the day you go out and do your busy and you fun days, have fun activities. I hope my live's still going okay. I haven't got anybody in here this morning. I've just jumped on again. Look, I've put them cards back in and you've just seen me sitting and shuffling. So there's a choice. There's either a choice or an illusion that you're sitting in. Scattered energy, uncertainty, and that flew out. And what's that? That's I call this it's probably not a very good thing to call it, but this is my X card. This is apathy. This is avoiding, right? This is basically concentrating on, as you can see, it doesn't look very happy. Look, yeah, can you see him? He's looking quite miserable, isn't he? Right, so basically what that's saying is, what he's doing is he's withdrawn, he's sitting in silence because he's concentrating on these 3 cups, right? But he's completely missing the opportunity that's presenting itself after he walks away from these. But because he's sitting there going, oh no, I've only got 3 cups, and oh no, life's against me, and oh, I really can't do this, and oh no, everything's going to fall apart, and oh, he's just apart, he's distracted, he's feeling down, he's depressed, he's tired, he's withdrawn, he's isolated from society, apathy, separated, resentment, bored, introverted, and lack of motivation, right? So you've got scattered energy, illusion, inability to cope. Then you've got silence and distracting and feeling down. So that's 2 cards basically of like of just being uncertain, bored, but you want to find the sun. Where am I? Okay, I've got to figure this out. As I said that, it was 12:21 on the clock, mirrored numbers. I've also got an angel card deck coming soon. I have got loads of decks, I'm not even going to lie. My favourite one at the minute is this one. Oh my God, Jane. This is The Wild Unknown by Kim Kranz. It's absolutely an amazing deck. I've seen a couple of readers on here who use these, and they're like, it's literally like a tarot deck, but they're just called different names. The Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. If you look on my YouTube, you'll see that I've already done a video about these 3 and the journey of the tarot through these life events, because that's basically what they are. A maiden is when you're young and innocent, adventurous, looking for love, looking to find who you are, what you want, what you like. In that journey, you go through the wand suit of tarot, you go through the sword suit of tarot, you go through the cups, and then eventually you bring it into reality, which is the pentacles. But then once you've landed it into reality, you'll find if it's a relationship, it takes you into the motherhood, which is the next life event for a female, right? Again, you'll go through the whole set of the tarot again, even the major arcana, the court cards, and the minor. So again, it takes you into motherhood. Then it's a whole new journey, a whole new level of learning, whole new lessons, everything. The motherhood. So looking after your children, being the mama bear, being able to provide, being the protector. So it's about balancing your yin and your yang, feminine, masculine. Women find it easier to find their masculine energy, especially if you are a mother, because you have that protector, you have that provider, you have all of that in you already. You just need awakening, which usually comes from protecting. Could even be a woman who, say, 18-year-old lady who's had to bring up her brother or sister who's very young. Yeah, those motherly instincts are in us all. It just takes something to kick them off. Yeah. And then obviously through motherhood, you go through many other journeys. So it's about raising your child, going through the trials and tribulations of that, the blessings and the heartache. Do you know what I mean? And eventually you start to mature. You start to age, but you're aging with maturity and wisdom. So you know what life's about. You know what choices to make. You know where you're going. You know who you are. And you certainly know who you will let at your table, because it's not about, oh, I'll let you sit at my table. I'm the table. I'm bringing the stability. So what are you bringing to keep the table going, or the stability going, and the sharing, the generosity and the wealth going, right? Because without the table, you haven't got anything. You're all sharing on the floor. So yeah, crone is about wisdom, knowledge, experience. But yeah, this, I've got to say, this is my favorite one. Do you know what I mean? But then on the bottom, you've got the forest. The forest's about getting lost and about enjoying it, but also there's going to be times in there when you're scared shitless. Do you know what I mean? But it's about riding the wave, go with it, because at the end of the day, once you've got through that fear and realised that you're okay, you'll understand that change and the unknown and fear itself is just a limiting belief. Yeah, we can all do what we want. It's just past traumas will give us fears, fear of heights, fear of spiders, all that kind of stuff. Bad experience with something, but never healed from it. Right? Trust, lies, abandonment, rejection, all of it. There's just so many things that, unfortunately, this world teaches us, and they're not exactly right. So, right, I've been on for 15 minutes. I think I'm probably going to pop off because I just wanted to see how it would go. And literally, I've had one person come in and I've had one like, so that's got to be a bonus. Do you know what I mean? 1-1, start, beginning, look up numbers, number 1 to number 9. Again, I got 1-1 on the screen. I mean, if anybody wants to come on and have a chat with me, you're more than welcome to. If you'd like to ask me a question, the tarot a question, anything like that, please do. And yeah, I'm hoping I'll be on here quite often. Again, if you'd like to know anything about spirituality, tarot, ask a question, yes or no. Inner healing, I'm sure the comments and that are on. I'll start off and I'll put. Come and join me, guys, if you'd like to ask a question. Welcome, guys. If you'd like a question, yes or no, if you'd like any guidance. I don't really want to start doing like mini reads at this time. Like, again, I said on the title, it was just a test. Excuse me. I thought I'd jump on this morning and just get out there. I should have done this like a week ago, because for some reason YouTube has granted me access to lives. I don't have 50 subscribers. I have 33. And I only have 26.5 hours of watch time. Hi, Soul Path. Welcome, welcome. Oh, glad people are coming in now. I think I'm supposed to be on here for a little bit so that the algorithm kind of puts me out there. Because I've kind of been sitting here for like 15 minutes with one person, but the first person who came in did like it. I'm quite happy with that. Hope you're having a good day, Soul Path. Would you like to ask a yes or no question? Or would you like a card for daily guidance to sort of help if anybody's kind of struggling or maybe a little bit stuck for a choice? Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, thank you. Right, card for Soul Path. Oh, Soul Empath. I need new glasses, I think. Soul Empath. I like that name. I do like that name. Card for Soul Empath, please. Oh, it couldn't be a better one. Look. 9 of Cups. Be happy. You're happy, abundant, excited, satisfied, enjoy, comfortable, healthy, favorable work, good finance, perfect marriage. So it's basically saying that your energy, you're either in this energy or this is the energy that it's asking you to be in. Yeah. Still not waiting for anything, but just knowing that things are coming, knowing that things are going your way. Yeah. Only one more cup and you've got your 10 of Cups. Happy, wish fulfillment, happy ever after. So emotionally, it's saying you're abundant, you're happy, which I'm not being funny. You've come on here and commented and spoke to me. So that's kind of true, isn't it? Yeah. It's nice to have good energy on. Welcome, welcome. You're watching Drops of Jupiter Tarot, and I'm Jane Drops. Like raindrops, only better. Planting the seed of wisdom and knowledge for it to grow. Well, then I'm guessing the 9 of Cups is saying you've had a bad winter, but the 9 of Cups is coming. You're happy is coming. Your abundance is coming because you've had to go through the hard winter. So basically your harvest is on its way. Or your summer is on its way, being it a bad winter that you've suffered. Do you know, for as much as we all go through hard times, right? I can sit here and tell you some horror stories about my life, but I can also sit there and tell you about how I believed that everything was going to be okay, and it was. Brilliant. Brilliant. See, good news. Good news. All we can do is try and grow and turn into the highest and best self. Yeah. Looking at self. You can't control anyone, change anyone. It's about going within and looking at yourself first. Again, if you're not healed and healthy, you're not going to hold down a healed and healthy relationship or be able to heal in a healthy relationship, because a relationship isn't about losing yourself in that relationship. It's about 2 independent people using both their skills to work as a team to make the relationship grow, to bring each other up. It's not about pushing each other down. It's not about, oh, you're mine and you can't do this because of this. That. No. If you're meant to be, you can release their wings and they're going to come back. But it's about your belief. It's about your thoughts, your perception on life. Again, I'm not on here. I've got no filters on here. I haven't dressed up nice. I haven't put makeup on. It's just me. I'm here to talk. I'm here to spread wisdom. I'm here to help people. I'm here to show you how tarot can be interpreted in your life, what you need to know. Hi, Steph. Thank you for coming and joining us. I'm trying to build a community where we all empower and help heal each other. We've all gone through so many experiences in life, and I think we've all got the knowledge, the wisdom to help others who could be going through the same thing, things that might seem little to us. But yeah, might be something completely massive to somebody else. So it's kind of also showing people that, look, yeah, bad things happen to us, but you have to get up and move on, and you have to be strong. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes strengths, what are you going to do? You're going to lay back and go, right, I give up, and then completely lose all the joys of life. Because for as much as there's bad in life, there's the joys of life. I live in a grove, a cul-de-sac, so it's like a road that you can only go in, turn around, and come back out. There's no out. There's just one way in, one way out. I've got a park, a nature park at the bottom of my grove, and I see deers, herons, woodpeckers, parakeets. I'm in the UK, by the way, but wild parakeets that come and visit the tree that sit outside my window, which is literally right there. It's not a very sunny day today, but it is. It's quite bright. It's quite light. But yeah, it's about us being there for each other. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hey, do you know what? I'm going through this today. And then maybe somebody in the comments has gone, do you know what? I went through the same thing last week. And do you know how I dealt with it? You're giving advice to somebody else then, aren't you? Exactly. I'm gonna say that out in case no one can read the comment. Understand what we can be grateful for brings a brighter day. So basically being grateful for everything, the food on your plate, the clothes on your back, the friends that you have, the family that you have. That's what true abundance and wealth is. Abundance and wealth is not just having money and buying material things. That's materialism, ego, and pride. No one's out there to make millions and millions to keep, because what happens to us all, this is going to sound very morbid, we all die. There's no point hoarding and hoarding and hoarding and hoarding until the day that you die. Why wouldn't you share that wealth with everyone? We can all see all the bad that's going on in the world. We can all see how unbalanced life is. The rich are rich and the poor are poor, and there's no way of balancing it out. We weren't put on this earth to dominate it. It was our domain, yes, but we were supposed to nurture it and look after it and go with it. We weren't supposed to dominate it and do what we want and take control and absolutely ruin it, which is what we're doing. People are too busy trying to make money off everything. Water, clean air, food that's grown in a field that all of us have access to, but we don't, because the land's been sold off. All of this is what we should be sharing. We should be sharing the earth. Do you know what I mean? You sure can. Do you just want a card, or would you like to ask a question? I'll probably start going a bit or like thingy there, but it's I'm passionate about healing, because hurt people. Do you just want a card pull? Okay. Well, the other lady just got the 9 of Cups. Do you know what I mean? So if we're on a good energy pool like we are, I'm hoping for the star or the sun. So card for Steph, please. Card for Steph, please, Spirit. Oh, so we've got 5 of Cups. So bit of regret, maybe self-blame, maybe betrayal in love, a fear of separation, maybe feeling abandoned or some kind of divorce. Could be distrust. Let me just pull another one. This could be what you're coming out of. Right. Basically, the universe is saying there's going to be... Oh, I've done something. Hold on. The universe is saying there's going to be justice over some kind of emotional sadness, I'll say. Yeah. No, wait. I'm going this way. So it was the 5 of Cups and the Justice. So basically, you will get harmony over this feeling. Yeah. Does that resonate? Accountability. Maybe someone's, either you're taking accountability or somebody's taking accountability. Conscience review. Maybe somebody's feeling a little bit bad about what they've done. Yeah. Thank you. Please do drop me please do subscribe. I keep saying to drop me a follow because of TikTok, because that's kind of where I'm transitioning from. I've done a lot of lives on TikTok, but it just seems like I'm looking for people who truly want to heal. Do you know what I mean? Who really want to kind of go within and look within and go, well, what can I do to better myself, to get myself what I need? Do you know what I mean? Like, how do I get true abundance? How can I be financially stable? How can I be, do you know what I mean? Like, better yourself, heal yourself kind of thing. That's the kind of community I'm looking for. Go within. There's no point blaming others for, you know, oh, brilliant, brilliant. I'm so glad. I do private readings. So if any of you guys would like a private reading, you can drop me an email at dropsofjupitertarot@gmail.com. Oh, and Jupiter spelt with an O, just like my YouTube. And well, I'll give you another one because there's nobody sort of asking. So a career. So one card for advice. Well, I was just talking about this card. I don't know if you saw it. It was the 4. It was the kind of looking at the cups down here, do you know what I mean? And kind of feeling a bit bored and isolated with kind of what you're doing at the moment, but you're kind of missing the new opportunity. So maybe you're kind of feeling a little bit bored in what you're doing at the minute, not emotionally fulfilled. So you kind of, you may want to look at another opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Don't keep focusing on what's gone. Focus on what you can do about it. Like, that is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, which is a new emotional opportunity. So don't sit there kind of staring at these, feeling disappointed and silent. Do you know what I mean? It's about moving forward. Yeah. Might be about finding a new opportunity, or a new opportunity could be presented to you. But you've got to get out of sort of focusing on what's gone or what is keeping you down and silenced and distressed and a bit anxious. And sometimes when you're in a job, we do jobs just to earn money, and sometimes we do jobs because we just can't be sitting in the house all day. But when you think about fulfilling your soul and doing things to fulfill you and satisfy you and fulfill you emotionally, you're not going to do your job to the best of its ability unless you love doing that job, unless you're passionate about that job. So there's no point putting a lot of people these days, we work just to pay bills. We don't work because we want to work. We work because we just want to pay our bills. We want a house, or we want this. So we're pretty much willing to do anything. We shouldn't be like that. We should have more self-worth. The way I see it, I'm building my own business because I do not want to go out there and slave every hour that God sends me, where I'm missing out on my family, missing out on building my peace and my home, to go and make money for somebody else who's going to be rich and who doesn't give a toss about anybody else. And all they want to do is accumulate. And they're not they're not being generous with it. They're probably using it to go and create a little bit more chaos, to be fair. More money, more problems. Remember that one? $113 hours every 2 weeks. So that would create a down feeling. Do you know what I mean? Because you'd be tired. Do you know what I mean? But this is emotionally. This is talking about emotions rather than. But obviously, emotions that manifest into physical, which would be feeling tired, feeling down, feeling a little lack, a little disappointed. Do you know what I mean? A bit like, oh God, is there something better out there? Yeah. Maybe the universe is actually trying to tell you. Look, I've just split the deck. Yeah. There's the card that I pulled for you, right? That's basically a card of having enough. End of a break, stop suffering, time to let go, miserable loss, bad condition. Do you know what I mean? So maybe the universe is trying to say to you, listen, before it gets to the point where it's literally put you in your 10 of swords, where you've had enough and you can't take no more, you might need to evaluate what you've got going on and see if there's a way you can. I mean, if you enjoy the job and you love the job, find one that isn't going to crucify you for doing it. Do you know what I mean? If it's a job that you can make your own business out of, do so. You know? But again, remember that when you're building something for yourself, yeah, it's a good idea to share, you know? I mean, I've got a friend who makes jewelry, healing stones jewelry, and I've said to her, make them. See, there you go. So if you like, that's what I'm saying. If you like the job, there might be maybe a promotion, or maybe go into a different department in that job. Do you know what I mean? It could still be fulfilling for you, if not more so, because you're not constantly running yourself into the ground. Having to work for that many hours every 2 weeks, eventually you're going to stop liking doing it, or it's going to feel like a chore, you know, because it's going to physically tire you and mentally drain you. Do you know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't constantly keep people pleasing or putting other people first before ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how this world is the way that it is. You're so welcome, honestly. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Please do share if you can, if it's possible. And please do subscribe. Again, this is my first live on here. I have been on TikTok. But it's a very different. It's very slow paced on here. I like it. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. Take care, and I hope you have a brilliant day. Amazing day. Thank you. Oh, brilliant. Can help one person. That's enough. Yeah. It's about clarity. It's about making people feel better about their life, not worse or more confused. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you could see the cards there were kind of were saying, do you know what I mean? Obviously to the point, because I think what that Four of Cups was saying was, you're working yourself into the ground, but if there's another opportunity to do that same thing, but without putting you in that mental block kind of thing, or, you know, then do so. We're all scared of change because we all think that change means something bad. It doesn't. It really doesn't. If anything, when you've changed, you're kind of like, why didn't I do that sooner? Oh, brilliant. I find it, I love it, I do, because it's when it hits home for somebody. I mean, on TikTok, I've had a couple of people who were really struggling, and I've done them a reading, and it's kind of given them clarity, and it's made them feel a little bit more powerful, because they kind of understand where the feelings are coming from and what they can do to get out of it. And that they know then, because obviously the cards will tell you a little bit, it will give you an influence of what's coming in the future, what energy you will be in. So when people kind of see that they're in a regret and thingy mood, and then it goes to a positive card, or it shifts to a positive card, do you know what I mean? People are like, oh, okay, so there's light at the end of the tunnel. And there was me sitting there thinking this was never going to end, or I'm never going to get out of it. Do you know what I mean? Have you got a channel as well? Right. Soul empath. If it's a calling of yours, then yes. Do you know what I mean? If you've done it once before, I mean, I didn't start tarot. Basically, what it was, I was watching TikTok about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was uploading. I've got a private channel, Jane Mason, or Jane the Pain. It is, with all my animal, with my dogs and my daughter and stuff like that on there. And I was on there for years, and I didn't know what tarot was, never seen it. And then all of a sudden, little ones kept popping up on my TikTok for you page. It's on my cat's in the window doing something dodgy to my plant. And yeah, I never really got into it. Like, I'd sit and watch for a little bit, and I was a bit like, is this like real? Because like it sounded like they were talking about my situation. So I was a bit like, it kind of freaked me out a little bit at first, I'm not gonna lie. See, that's where you need to cleanse and make sure that you're not you've got to make sure you've got some kind of a barrier in order to stop other people. You've got to know that other people's energies affect you and try not to let it. Yeah. As long as you focus on you and just cut out the outside noise, easier said than done. Focus. Do you know what I mean? This is what we got to do. Mental self-discipline. Yeah. Focus. Right? If a thought comes into your head and it's going to take you off your focus, no, I'm not doing this right now. No, no, no. And focus. Mental discipline. 21 days to instigate a routine, 66 days to keep it. To keep it in, like 66 days it will take for you to develop it. So 66 days, you'll have it down. It's not a long thing. It's just whether you can put the perseverance, the commitment, consistency, the effort, all that kind of stuff, and how much you want it. What was I saying? Yeah, so hold on, let me just pull this card because that question's just in my head at the minute. Should soul empath get back into tarot readings? That's what I was talking about. Watching tarot readings on TikTok, and then the one day my daughter had one of her friends over from school, and I was walking her home. And as we're walking home, the girls are on the grass part and I'm on the path. And they pick something up and then throw it. So obviously I get closer to them because we're meeting at the entrance to get out the park. And I said to them, what was that you found down there? And they picked it up, and it was a tarot card, and it was actually the King of Cups. The time that I found that tarot card, I was going through the worst breakup ever. You know, the kind of relationship that has you on the kitchen floor, on your knees, in tears, going, don't ever, ever, ever let me go through that again. Please save me. Yeah. What's the King of Cups? Emotional balance. So basically that card was telling me you will be fine. You will be fine. So I took the card, brought it home, and I did a TikTok video, which is on my private TikTok, Jane the Pain. I even put it on the Drops of Jupiter Tarot TikTok as well. I think it's even on here in the shorts. And you can check it out. That's how tarot found me. Because that got me into tarot then, because it was like these people on TikTok are sitting there describing my full situation to a T. Dates, things that had happened in the past, just literally spot on. And I'm going, this can't be right. It's kind of freaky. Then I find that card. Then I start doing research into what that card means. I'm sitting there going, no. And this was actually the first tarot deck I ever bought. And I had this tarot deck for about a year and I didn't use it. Right? That's why when you've done your energy, when you've done your readings, you need to go and take time to calm. You need to go and balance your energy. So be it doing the things that you know balance you. You know where to go to get your nectar from. Yeah, to recharge and things like that. So as long as you know that energy afterwards, you're not expecting, but you're prepared, ready. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so I had this tarot for a year and I didn't really do anything about it. And then I ended up getting back with the person who I'd split up with to begin with. And I'd done a reading on my tarot, and do you know what my tarot said? Yeah. It's not the right time. It's not the right time. And I didn't understand what it meant. Then I got cheated on. It wasn't the right time, but I still went back. Do you know what I mean? So, do you know what I did? I hopped and I skipped before it happened again. But right before it happened again, that was the reason I left. You know, when you just know, yeah, you can tell me all your lies and your stories, but God, I'm bored of them. It's literally, you know, when they're talking to you, you could sit there and lip sync every word that they were saying. So it was like, okay, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It was one of those. I upped and skipped. That was a year ago, right? And again, I was a bit of a mess, yeah, not going to lie. more rejection and abandonment issues, not because of what had happened, because I had issues to solve. Now, if I knew my self-worth, would I have gone back the second time? So it took me to go through that. Yeah. It took me to heal from that. And then I decided, you know what? There are so many people in this world that are going through the same thing that I have. Yeah. And they don't make it out. It keeps them stuck. So I'm going to go on. I'm going to go online. I don't care what I look like. I don't care what people think about me. You can say whatever you like. I'm balanced enough to take it. It's not about what I look like. It's about the word that I'm trying to speak. And if you don't like it or you don't like me, nobody's got a gun to your head. You can always cut off the live. You can go and look elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? You can dislike my video so it never comes up on your feed again. There are so many things that you can do. Do you know what I mean? So go ahead, try your worst. I've had people going, you're a witch, you're going to turn me into a frog. Yeah, okay, 1, 2, 3, turn into a frog. Did it work? Nah. Spell work you don't do. Tarot is for healing. If you want to say it's a demonic path, I wouldn't be telling you to heal. I'd be telling you to go out there and create more freaking chaos in the world, wouldn't I? I wouldn't be going, look at yourself, find out how you can make yourself happy so that you can then go out into the world and make the world happy. Because if you don't know what you want and what you like and what you love and what makes you happy, how is anyone else going to know? And how can you find somebody to fulfill those things if you don't even know what it is that you like yourself? You know? I do get a little bit spicy and I do say bad words. It's because I'm passionate. Oh, thank you, Sergey Eugene. Holy Spirit, blessings to all of you, sending unconditional love and divine love, and all the way back to you too. All the way back to you too. People talk about Jesus and God and religion and all that. It's not about religion. It's about being a good person. It's just about having characteristics, Jesus-like characteristics. He didn't judge anyone. He didn't go around slagging off somebody because they got a different pair of shoes on. He didn't want to kill somebody because they lived in a different postcode or went to a different school. Balance, calm. The reason we've got so much chaos and hate and everything in this world is because there's too much emotion and too much logic. You've got too many people who are logical and cold and detached. And then you've got too many people who are heated and passionate going out there going, rah, let's just kill everyone. Unbalanced. Unbalanced. And again, hurt people. It's not what we want to do. We want to love. We want to love. We want compassion. We want empathy. Know that we're all connected. Again, I could go out tomorrow, right, and lose a £5. The reason I've lost a £5 is because I've probably done something wrong, right, and that's my little bit of karma, right? That's my bad karma for whatever it is that I've done. It clearly wasn't nothing too big. An hour later, somebody walks that same path as me and finds the £5. I'm nowhere to be seen. They've looked around to see if anybody else is there. No one's there. So they put the £5 in their pocket. That's their reward. Yeah. If they would have seen somebody who they thought the £5 belonged to and asked them, is this £5 yours? And it was, and they took it back. I guarantee you within probably an hour or so, as long as you were still happy with that money going back to that person and you weren't all bitter and twisted because I'm about to give it back, the universe will give you a bigger reward. Do you get it? People see money these days on the floor and go, way, I found money, it's mine. No, you might want to try and give it back to the rightful owner first, because I guarantee you if you was to do something like that, the reward that you actually did get would be yours and it would be bigger. Because that's what the universe does. It rewards you for the good things that you do for you and others. If you're healing you, you're already putting goodness into the world because you're being the energy that you want in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like me, I'm putting advice out. I'm asking people, do you want to ask questions? I do readings. I do take money for readings, paid readings, because it's energy balance. My time and my energy and the skills that I have are worth a lot to me. And to be honest, they should be worth a lot to you, because it's seeking a better self. Yeah. But it's also balance. I'm giving to you to help you move on. You're giving to me in a different way to help me move on. So it's balance. It's give and take. Yeah. I love doing tarot. I do. I'm not even going to lie. I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Yeah. The confident person that I am today if it wasn't for these. Because this has taught me that I teach people how to treat me. So if you don't like how I look, go away. If you don't like how I speak, go away. If you enjoy listening to me or you feel connected to me, please stay. Because I know you're the kind of person that's like me. You want to help, you want to share, but you just don't know how to. Take a leaf out of everyone else's book. Again, lead by example. Be the energy out in the world that you want. The video I was doing yesterday that I recorded, the mother, the maiden, and the crone, and I was doing the maiden energy, and I put it into a metaphorical building of a tree house. Yeah. And it's about building a tree house, but also going online and finding other people who like to build tree houses, who haven't got a garden or access to be able to do something like that, and saying, well, I'll tell you what, if you can come and help me build mine, you can come and spend some time in mine. You're sharing. Yeah. If the whole world was like that, yeah, we would live in a whole better place, you know? Right, guys, I'm going to get off. I wasn't really supposed to be on here for this long. I've kind of been on here for like an hour now. It was kind of a test because this is my first live on TikTok, on YouTube. Next time my moderator will be with me. It's just today she's a little bit ill, so I've kind of I haven't asked. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to. I just wanted to heal and be better, and then she can come back and help me the next time. But yeah, again, please do subscribe. If you would like a private reading or you would just like some advice, please do email me at dropsofjupitertarot@gmail.com. Jupiter spelled with an O, same as my title. And again, thank you for sharing your energy with me today and your time. Keep shining, and I will see you in the next drop of Jupiter. Take care.